The Mercedes S550 has one of the coolest backup cameras on the market. And backup cameras aren't something that's really talked about a lot when people are reviewing cars. There's just too much to a vehicle to cover everything. But the S-Class does backup cameras like nobody else. One thing that I love is you can activate the camera system with a button. Typically, cars activate the backup camera. Typically, there's also only a backup camera. There's not cameras in the front and around the car. You have to put the vehicle in reverse. The S-Class, though, it's got a button here on the side to the left of the steering wheel. You press that, and it brings up the screen. You've got two views. One, an aerial view, which I'll talk more about in a bit, and a view to the right of that, which depends on what gear you're in. So if you put it in reverse, obviously it's going to show a backup camera. Typically, like most backup cameras nowadays, you've got guidelines. When you turn the steering wheel, the guidelines move to show you where the car would potentially go. Now, one thing that's great about the S-Class is the lines on the sides right here are exactly where the sides of the car are. So if those lines clear a wall, you know that the vehicle will clear a wall as well. And then this red line here, you've got an extra foot once you get to that. There's sensors in the front and rear that give you light feedback as well as sound to know when you're getting closer and closer to an object if the cameras don't do enough of a good enough job, but of course they do. A very unique feature about this car is that you can scroll through the camera views. I love this, especially for parallel parking, getting close to a curb. So with the center controller, you scroll up. Now, you can scroll. This shows you a more zoomed in rear view. Now you've got side view. You can see both sides. I'm inside the lines of the parking spot. You can use this, if I throw it in reverse, to trace along a curb. Very nice. Put it back into forward view. And it's got the same guidelines for a forward view as well. You can do it up to like 20, 25 miles an hour. I tried activating it on the freeway. It told me it was too distracting, so it wouldn't allow you to do that. I kind of agree. It probably would have been really distracting, but it would have been cool. Activate the camera again. Let's scroll through some more views. So we've got 180-degree front view, a more zoomed in front view, left side, right side, more zoomed in version of that, rear of the camera, rear of the vehicle. The coolest thing about this car's backup camera, though, is the aerial view. It's got 4 cameras, front, sides, and rear, that piece together a picture of this S-Class like a drone was flying above it 30 feet up. It's really, really helpful for maneuvering in tight spots, seeing walls on the side of you or behind you. This is a very big vehicle, 198 inches long. If it didn't have this advanced backup camera system, it would be pretty annoying to park. But it does. You can also tell, and this is what I use it most for, is when you're perfectly in the lines in a parking spot. I can't see over the sides to really tell where I'm at. If you're coming into a parking spot at a harsh angle, it's hard to tell. But with this, you can very easily see that I am within the lines. And I'll back up, do a little demonstration here. The graphics are really great as well, and the refresh rate is nice. A lot of times, you know, it might have good graphics, but it's refreshing at 9 frames per second or something instead of 30 or 60, and you don't really get a good view of what's going on when you're moving. A lot of people complain about backup cameras not working that well in the dark. The lighting is really good on the S-Class as well. All right, let me drive around this parking lot, see if I can come up with some useful ways that I use it. So I'm backing up right now. I don't even have to look behind me because I've got so many damn cameras. Of course, there's no substitute for actually looking in your mirrors, looking over your shoulder. Obviously, you should do that. I do it. Do you really want to trust a camera aggressively backing up in a car like this? Yes, if you're going really slowly, but not for... you got to make sure that there's no car there first. But it does have collision avoidance, so it can stop you completely from getting in an accident. As you can see now, I reached above a certain speed. The camera shut off. Now I'm on the main screen. Let's activate it again with this button and come towards a curb. What I love, especially with the Sport package, This front end is a little bit too low to go over a curb. So the front camera is excellent. As you can see, I'm approaching the curb and wait till the red line gets there, and then I stop, and I know that this has a very long hood, so it's hard to judge exactly where the curb is in front of the S-Class, but with the camera, super easy. You can also tell with the aerial view that I am parked directly in between the lines, which is a rare feat these days. People are pretty bad at parking. Well, I hope you found this video informative. Wanted to give, a personalized experience with the S-Class surround view camera. I really like it. It's one of my favorite features of the car. It makes driving a vehicle this large usable and doable. Otherwise, it'd probably be pretty annoying. Look forward to seeing you next video.